What's going on YouTube? My name is Ron King, back again with another video. As always, if you enjoy the content, please leave a like on the video, comment on the video with some feedback for what you did like, what you didn't like about the video, and what else you'd like to see on this channel. And make sure to subscribe for additional business related content. Now, the topic of today's video is that efficiency is the most important thing. Efficiency over everything. Now, this can be taken from both a business and a personal perspective. So I'll start with the personal and then we'll go into the business. So a lot of people, well, I wouldn't even say a lot of people, some people will brag about working 20-hour days, right? Only getting 4 hours of sleep, working 20-hour days. I think something that these people don't realize is that the efficiency of those 20 hours might be lower than a person who only works a 16-hour day, right? So if you're working 20 hours and getting 4 hours of sleep, you must be pretty exhausted. I'd say 98% of people really can't function at their best at 100% without getting at least 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep. And so these people who are putting in those 20-hour days, their efficiency might be worse than someone who is working only 16 hours, just because while they're working those 20 hours, when you get to hour 16, 17, 18, you start working slower and slower and you get brain fog and you're just not working in the most efficient way. I think it's important to realize that the efficiency of the work is more important than the amount of time that you spend working. If you can put in an efficient 14, 16 hours and then take that the rest of the day to refresh your brain, hit the reset button so you can come back and put in another focused and efficient 14, 16 hours, then I think that's better than working constantly 20 hours a day and getting actually less work done than a person who's only working 16 hours. Because the whole goal of working 20 hours a day, that would be in order to outwork your competition, in order to get that edge. But if you are not well in your head, if your mental health is deteriorating just because you're not getting the sleep that you need, then your edge on your competition will slowly but surely dwindle down, and then they will start to surpass you just because your efficiency is far worse than theirs. Now, I'm going to also go to the business perspective now. So in business, when scaling your business, I had mentioned in a previous video that when scaling, it is important to take your profits from the beginning, from when you're starting your business, and invest them right back into the business. A lot of people will just go ahead and take those initial profits and keep them for themselves. They think, oh, I worked so hard on this business, I deserve these profits to take for myself. And sure, I mean, if you're a business owner, you can do whatever you want. But the more efficient way to make the business grow is to reinvest those profits right back into the business. Because when you reinvest the profits back in the business, you're giving your business opportunity to grow exponentially more than it would have if you didn't. So those small little profits that you're taking for yourself in the beginning, those profits could have been used to generate exponentially higher amounts of profits in the future if you would have just had the foresight to see that you need to reinvest those profits. They call it retained earnings. Retained earnings is basically when you take profits and reinvest them back into your business. Another thing that people don't realize about efficiency when scaling the business is in terms of hiring employees and finding the right number of employees to hire. So, a company with only 5 employees, let's say, can do better than a company with 10 employees if the company with 10 employees really only needs, let's say, 7. Okay. If that company has too many employees and basically some of the employees they run out of work too quickly and then they have nothing to do, basically getting paid for free, then that company is going to suffer as a result because they're not being efficient in their payroll spending. And so that's going to take away from their profits significantly, and then they will not have as much money to reinvest back into the business in the form of marketing or other avenues of investing back into the business. Whereas the company with only 5 employees, who is actually running perfectly with just the five, all the employees have consistent workload. All of them know exactly what they're supposed to be doing. They're trained well for the position that they have, and they are good at executing exactly what they need to do in order for the business to be run successfully. That company is going to have way more success than the company with 10 employees, but has employees just sitting there with nothing to do and getting paid for free. So that might be a bit more obvious to some people, but I think it was important to bring up because I believe that in business, efficiency is extremely important, more important than people might even realize. So that's about it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed the content, as I said before, please leave a like on the video, comment on the video, and leave some feedback as well in the comments, letting me know what you did and didn't like about the video, and also what you'd like to see more of on this channel. So as always, my name is Ron King, and have a great day. Peace.